comes to comic books. RealComicBooks.com.
Look at that. Oh, shit. There you are, Dan. Oh, well, I got Dan in here early. Well, you know what? I don't, you can't, I don't know. I don't like you. See, all right. That was too early. It's too premature. I need to ease my little Habibi into this show. Seeing his face right then and there just kind of gave me some nightmare. Hey, everybody. That's right. It's already Tuesday. We took last week off due to St. Patty's Day and had a few Irish whiskeys, which was all right. Boy, do we have a lot going on. We have a lot going on. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of topics we're gonna try to get by as much as we can. We're talking about new shows, new movies coming out, the deaths of some legends. The CBCS, as we all knew coming, but now it's officially jumping off the cliff. Would like also to talk about a little bit of cons. We got my buddy Mark, who has his con over here in Mexico starting up real soon, about 24 days, I think. Then we have Ryan, who was at MegaCon, so I kind of want to hear about that and if there was any drama or maybe no drama. You know, that goes, there's always some kind of drama going on at these damn cons. So that being said, we're going to try to be on track with squeezing as much shit in 2 hours as possible. So now I'm ready for Dan. Hello, Dan.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good.
I was just shocked.
I know. Yeah, I was pretty shocked. Hey, Frosty, what's going on, man? Frosty's here. Old man, what's up, Lee? I can't wait to have you on. We're gonna bring Lee on when we have the Golden Oldies on sometime again soon.
I want Lee and Frosty on.
No. So now we're gonna have who else? Let's see, who do we pick here? Oh yeah, let's bring in Ish. Look at that. What's up, my brother?
my intro is always the worst because I just have to tell you. I just got to say this real quick, Caesar.
Mm.
I can't unhear it. I don't want to be on a show anymore. I feel some type of way.
Mm.
You open the show with too early, too premature. I need to ease my little Habibi in. I feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like my feelings are hurt. Like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's forever cataloged on YouTube, and I'm feeling some type of way, bro. Like, yo, we say
thought
pause
you-
in New York.
If you thought that
You
made
know-
you feel bad, then he sent me away. He's like, no, not yet.
Okay. All right. That is so true. I gotta watch my shit because you're right. The internet's fucking forever. All right. Then we got ourselves some Mark Fenton, who's been on the show now quite a few times. He's
Hey, thanks for having me.
I always
good
like
hanging out
having
with
you,
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
I always like hanging out with
Really.
Mark. Mark's a plethora of just knowledge that we just either
It's a broad spectrum of knowledge too.
cherish or we
Writing
just
and-
don't care about.
Like,
Depends where you go. And then we
He's
have
always got a cool hat on too.
Hey, I try.
Let's talk about hats and someone who hardly ever takes them off.
Must be a New York
I
thing.
think Ryan sleeps in those things.
Dude, people wonder if I have hair or not, which I do.
I
He
don't.
does. He does have hair. All right. Here we go. Boy, oh boy. We got some stuff to talk about, but you know what? I want to start this off by talking about some people that we lost. I got to tell you, this has been a really weird year of losing pieces of nostalgia of my younger years, and just like, you know, you always hear about, oh, so and so sick, and then he or she passed, but guys like Chuck Norris, who I thought was going to live to be 700 years old, he probably already is. He probably was 700 years old. I made a remark in our little group chat, and I told Dan, I heard that Chuck Norris didn't die, and it's really that death died at the age of 86.
Yeah.
But
You know,
Chuck
Norris, he beat death, but I didn't realize he was that old. And Chuck Norris, we all grew up watching Chuck Lee. I mean,
I did.
I oh my gosh, especially in the 80s when he did the most corniest movies, right? I mean, he did some corny shit. He did some
You know,
corny
Chuck
stuff.
was,
25.
Chuck was what I didn't get, right? I didn't get the whole where the meme. Like I don't know where it came from. Obviously, I enjoyed the whole Chuck and Conquer.
What happened to your mic? Ish? Your mic went out.
You can't hear me?
There we go.
No, you can't.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know where they came from, but for me, like Chuck was meh. First of all,
Oh, God, you know,
American icon from a martial arts perspective. Obviously, that is very phenomenal. But I only remember, obviously, the Bruce Lee film, the Missing in Action films,
Yeah,
and then
so
he did
crazy,
a
Walker
very.
Texas Ranger.
I didn't
Groundbreaking.
watch. I didn't watch it. None of that stuff was relevant to me. And then the other one was a movie he did called Silent Rage, which is like a really serious film with this guy who could like regenerate like Wolverine. And I just remember Chuck
Ish.
Norris
Walker
whooping his
Texas
ass.
Ranger was shot in Buffalo. How is that not relevant to you?
Because Chuck Norris wasn't relevant to me as a kid.
I don't think it was really shot in Buffalo.
I mean, it's
Just-
also a Western, and at that time, you know, Ish
Yeah.
was probably on a ship somewhere.
Yeah, or on the street outside. You know what I mean? One or the
He was
other.
on the- he was
But
on the
no,
street, all
he
right.
did this movie called Silent Rage, which always stuck with me. I watched it. My uncle had me watch it when I was a kid, and it was like psychological horror where he's like fighting this guy who was like
Frosty, you're right, brother.
the guy never spoke at all, and he was like killing people, and Chuck Norris had to fight him. And like I remember they had him in a lab and they cut him with a scalpel, and the wound just healed immediately. And Chuck Norris would beat his ass and he'd just get up. You know what I mean? It was just a tough movie.
Yeah. Away the Dragon was the first time I saw him at the sort of the young Chuck Norris, and when I saw him actually knock down Bruce Lee, right, and this is as a kid, you're like, this is a bad mofo to fucking knock down Bruce Lee, right? And then of course Bruce Lee ended up breaking his arm and ripping off chest hairs. You know, it's so epic. And then
I'm a huge Chuck Norris fan, but I feel like last year the death of Gene Hackman hit me harder because I love Gene Hackman. Then you had Robert Redford last year. You had Val Kilmer. I mean, it's just like it's been a bad couple of years, man.
It's been, you know, Gene Hackman lived in Santa Fe, which is about 50 minutes from me, and from me and Mark, actually. I think
Yeah.
I forget Mark's down the street from me. One of these days, Mark, we should come. You should come over here and do the show from
Yeah,
later.
sweet.
Yeah, we should do that.
Only if you read a comic book.
Well, I guess you're never going to come over ever to my house.
Never mind.
Even Ryan's like, you just shot yourself in the foot.
I think Dell, I think Danny Trejo has both of them beat for cameos
Danny Trejo's in everything.
Yeah.
and everything. I think he got.
I just
both.
recently saw Sons of Anarchy for the first time. I mean, I actually saw the whole series. That fool's even in Sons of Anarchy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this guy's everywhere.
everywhere.
So yeah, Lone Wolf McQuaid. You could go on. Chuck Norris was a legend, and then this week we lost Sam Keith. You know that was
That
Was
stung
he
for me a little bit more.
was he sick? I wasn't aware. Do you guys?
I don't think anybody knew. I never saw anything posted if he was.
Yeah, I think he just kind of went away from comics, and then nobody really knew what was.
I think his last comic was 2022. He did a oversized book for Image. That was the last thing I think he did. I was researching him because Sam Keith me and Dan were talking about this yesterday. Like Sam Keith obviously influenced me. I'm a Max guy. I love the Max. I thought it was really great, and I was doing research, and it's like, he doesn't have 100 comics under his belt. You know what I mean? Like
Quality
less
over
than
quantity, though.
yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah. I mean, he couldn't draw. Obviously his style wasn't in for everything, right? Like I was just saying to you yesterday, Dan. Like you're not going to see him on a run of Spider-Man, but when I think of the things, I remember the Comico and obviously Max and Sandman and Marvel Comics Presents, where he did the really
For me, the
Wolverine,
Sandman
yeah.
when he got that off the runway, I think he did the first 5 or 6 issues of it. That was amazing, and I mean, it's just such a shame, like too young, too soon. You don't know the circumstances, and we probably never really will. But I do want to go back to Chuck Norris real quick because of all the movies he did, like Delta Force and all that stuff. Does anybody remember that movie Sidekicks?
I was about to say Sidekicks.
That was such a great movie with Jonathan Brandis. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no, that was too childish for me, so I was out.
I mean,
come on.
let's be real. It was the white version of the Karate Kid, but it was still cool.
So
good.
the Karate Kid was white.
No, I.
I mean, it just threw me
I
off.
remember Hey, for real?
Wait a minute, this whole time? I thought he was Mr.
All
Miyagi.
right, it was the ABC Family Special version.
Okay, I'll go with
yeah,
you there.
yeah,
But
yeah,
Dell,
yeah.
CBCS has been The Walking Dead for like
But wasn't
Yeah.
Jaden Smith in the Karate
5
Kid?
years.
Oh, please.
That we don't.
The
talk
remake,
about.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I was
So
just trying
that's
to
a good
for you, Ryan.
talk about deaths, and that's a good segue. So it was made official, in which we all heard about CBCS was already going. They had one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel. Until today, it was actually made official that they are no longer. Someone asked me, he might be in this chat. He goes, "Hey, so now that CBCS is gone, is that going to make CBCS books more valuable?" I said, "Fuck no." It's
PGX
No.
books get more valuable.
yeah, the PGX books get more valuable or whatever it is. Speaking of, side note before I get sidetracked, a while back I said that I had a PGX, a Batman 234 first silver age Two-Face. I had it as 6.0 PGX. I gave it to my buddy. He pressed it and cleaned it and sent it off to CGC. And that was on purpose because I don't want to PGX. But I was very curious. Dun, 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 came back last week at a 4.0. So I mean, take that as you
So
will.
the
PGX.
CBCS was like a 2 or 3.5 is what it was.
Right. So if it's a
PGX
CGC
was.
4.0, CBCS
The
is going to
PGX
be a
was,
what?
yeah.
Anyways, so what are we thinking now, right? So all these people, and they from what we read, If you had any submissions to what CBCS, they're gonna be okay with that until a certain. Do you remember the date? Was
April
it-
17th.
It's April. Yeah, it's like April
Yeah.
17th or something. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and there's
Right,
some,
so-
some misinformation going around that like PSA bought CBCS. PSA bought the parent company, but the parent company is shuttering CBCS. So that means like PSA is not assuming.
PSA is
PSA is
shuttering
not-
CBS.
Yeah.
Well-
PSA is now the parent company.
Yeah, but CBCS is closing now. Like they're telling you that they're closing down operations now. They're not waiting for PSA management to come in and make these decisions. I mean, it's pretty much what it is. So why am I saying this is because it's not like they're acquiring all of the CBCS graders and they're now just going to be PSA people. These guys are now going to go out in the free market and they're going to go, okay, I need to work at CGC
Well,
or I need to work.
it's likely that they're acquiring as many of the graders as they can.
Maybe, but we don't know. We know for sure CBCS is closing, and we know they were not. While CBCS's parent company was acquired, CBCS was not acquired by PSA. I know that's weird, maybe nitpicking, splitting hairs, but there is a difference.
No, there is a big difference.
Yeah, because they were part of Beckett, but still separate. And I could go on a lot of it because I know a lot of the inside stuff. But
I mean, when you talk about
either way, it
umbrella
doesn't matter.
corporations,
It's
right?
fine.
Not every corporation in the umbrella gets purchased when the umbrella
Correct.
gets purchased. You know what
That's
I
it,
mean?
Correct.
Yeah, 100%.
So what does this say for your CBCS books? Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. It means either you're
It's
gonna
send
keep
them
it
to CGC.
or send them to CGC or crack them and keep them raw. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what you do with them personally. They're your books. Do what the hell you want. I give two shits. But hey, if you're one of those people that had a whole wall of CBCSs the same way I have CGC, well, I don't know what to tell you guys.
I've never had a
Um,
CBCS book that I didn't crack.
I have lots.
And you guys know what I did. I cracked whatever remaining CBCS books I had and sold
But-
them and put
but
that money
Caesar-
towards the CGC.
While you say that, this is in no way an endorsement of CGC. I don't dislike or like CGC. I'm just saying like the reason why we're not having a conversation that CGC is closing its doors and not CBCS is because CGC was first. So they just have the market share.
Yeah,
but-
but you like CGC.
No, but my point I'm trying to make is they are both suffering from the same quality, turnaround, pricing problems. They both are, and neither of them even seem to care to fix it because the people are still going to just keep coming knocking on their door and giving them their books. So
I don't think it's the same, and I would say that CGC's turnaround has improved vastly, especially for modern books.
well, I'm sitting here, I'm still waiting for books that I dropped off in December.
Moderns.
Moderns.
From
Yeah.
CGC?
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. They must not like you.
Probably.
Because
I don't know.
they actually don't have any kind of freaking order system. They
Yeah.
do, but they don't. I have stuff. I got stuff back that I submitted last month, and I'm just now getting back order that we submitted in December.
And I'm not dogging CGC. I'm not going to
No,
make
it
this
just
podcast
happens.
about crapping on CGC. It happens. But my point of the matter is anybody you ask is going to have similar experiences. And that's just an opportunity for CGC to go and say, how do we get better now? And are they really doing that? I don't know.
But does CGC have to get better now? Competition breeds the best type of quality, in my opinion.
100%.
But it has
That's-
to be
that's
real
correct.
competition. And I
Yeah.
don't know that PSA is real competition. At least not yet. It's too soon, and it's kind of hard to break into a market that has been so dominant. Like look at Beckett, right? Like or look at PSA as far as grading cards or coins or other things, right? Like those markets are dominated by them. You know what I mean? The CGC can get into it all they want, and they're never going to be PSA when it comes to grading things outside of comics.
Yeah.
Because PSA is the standard, and most people tend to stick with the standard.
Well, you know what, gentlemen, there's this thing that that's in all of us, and we have it whether you like it or not, and it's called OCD. And I have some of that because
Brand
you
loyalty.
can have. And the funny thing is, I just happen to have more CGC books than anything else. So fuck it. It's easier for me to get rid of my CBCS books and get all CGC. If it's the way around, it probably not because CBCS books, the old ones, sucked. Those baby blue labels. Yeah.
We as consumers, and it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. We as consumers are never going to let another grading company trump CGC. Your
Well,
wall
so,
is
hold on.
filled with
For
CGC.
comic books. For comic
Yeah,
books.
for
Hold
comic
on.
books. Your wall is
This
filled
this
with CGC.
this could be a 2-hour long conversation on its own. I will agree-ish to a point. People as consumers have brand loyalty because I'm part of every group that enough people swear by CBCS as they do CGC. My thing on both, because graders have flopped back and forth between both companies. I know
Yeah,
them.
for sure.
Everyone's always like, they grade harder, they do this, they do that. Again, we could go on this for hours. Human error, bad days, whatever the case, it all boils down to, at the end of the day, brand loyalty. When you get like Pepsi versus Coke, I don't fucking drink Coke because I only want Pepsi. I don't drink this because I don't like this. It's all personal preference. Does it suck that CBCS is closing? For a lot of people, yeah. For a guy like me, as an artist, it does suck. Because the one thing that CBCS had over CGC for guys like me is that art label. You could do sketch cover, send it in, and just get an art label. CGC will not do that. You have to literally destroy part of it to get a no grade. If not,
That's weird. That's weird that CGC does not do that.
So many people from the Signature Series and all that stuff that I know and we've gone through, like, I've lobbied for it. I've written letters for them on behalf of artists. Like, get a freaking art label and you'll have so much more artists on your side. Like,
But I think it's something that that's something that, to me, makes sense that they do at some point. Just like they eventually, start, because for a long time people were complaining because CBCS had also the verified signatures that
Right.
CGC did not have.
And they have JSA doing that now.
And now they
this has been 10 years, dude. We've been trying to get an art label for 10 years. Like, legit, you don't even have to grade anything. Just put a freaking art label on it and done, and you're still getting the same amount of money. Nobody.
I think it's something that they should look into, especially because
I hope
that's
the
CGC
biggest
is running out of
downfall for
books
me.
to grade.
Yeah.
When it comes to silver and bronze, they're just running out of books to grade.
Yeah. That's
But to your point, what I was saying, just to speak to your point, Ryan, what I meant by consumers is the average consumer's entire collection, 90% of their collection is filled with CGC books. So to let another company, not CBCS, but a new company come out and just kind of overtake them, they're sitting there like Caesar's looking at his wall like, fuck. You know what I mean? What am I gonna do? Like, nah, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? Like, my entire wall is
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna start putting PSA books up there because I want to. Because all of a sudden, just say CGC goes out of business, and all I have left in my grading repertoire will be PSA. I would just end up going to Comic Capsule, as friends of the show, and just using the Comic Capsule and fuck the grades. That's just what I would do.
I've seen people post that. They're like, all right, so no more grading for us because they don't like CGC.
Yeah.
Well, and that's all well and fine if they don't want to sell. If they don't have any plans to sell their books, that's great.
But so that's here or there. It is, RIP CBCS. You had a good run, but it is what it is. You went from those.
CBCS was always the underdog. CGC had like over a decade. I think 10 years, 12 years. They were open. When did they open? They were like at least a dozen years more than CBCS.
Yeah, CBCS was started by CGC and former CGC employees.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Steve.
Oh, it is you. Okay. I was just trying to see, Mark, what that background noise was. It was you.
It's me. I'm sorry.
That's why I muted you.
Yeah, someone's watching TV.
Let's watch TV. So this is the thing, gentlemen. Now we're in the role of exciting times on TV with all these movies coming out. TV shows. Wonder Man got picked up for second season. I have yet to watch the first season. That's one. 2, Spider-Man Brand New Day dropped. People are losing their mind. They're looking forward to it. I hear is I've yet to look forward to a Spider-Man movie like this one.
But
Yeah,
there
right.
hasn't been a bad Spider-Man movie, to be honest. You know what I mean? Under Marvel, like Marvel hasn't done a bad Spider-Man movie. Yet.
No.
Well, let's be honest. Every single time a Spider-Man movie drops, people are looking forward to it. I guess because
There you
it's
go.
been a while, and they put all these drops in here. They're finally introducing Scorpion. You know,
Punisher,
No,
I
they
mean,
they
it's gonna be
introduced
great.
Scorpion already.
well, and it looks like in his full suit.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they dropped that. We saw the drop for Spider-Man Noir, which I'm gonna watch because I like me some Nicolas Cage, and I'm all right with Spider-Man Noir.
We saw Green Lantern.
We saw the Green Lanterns, which I think is going to be fantastic because I always like that style, the true crime story style of filming. And this, and even then, the fucking nerds are like, "Why? Where's the green suit? Yeah, the suit is brown." You know, it's
I
like,
don't even know if it's brown. It was in a dark closet. People
right?
go
I
nuts.
swear.
I saw that. I saw the Spider-Man trailer, and then I stopped because as soon as it dropped, people started posting their things and psychoanalyzing every little bit to tear that crap to pieces on both things. We saw 1 second of the damn suit we don't even know how long ago that guy wore that suit. People going ape shit over the Spider-Man trailer, like, oh, that's Sadie Sink. Oh, that's Sadie Sink. Oh, she's this. That's Spider-Man's turning into Venom. That's this. That's this. Jesus, just wait and watch the damn movie.
They can't. They can't.
Well, I
I'm
like
they
the
can't.
rumors that he actually turns into Man Spider in this film.
Yeah.
I mean,
kinda
from
like
a
those
comic standpoint, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Everything that they're doing, that very well makes sense. But people that don't know the comics are instantly like, his eyes are black. He's turning to Venom.
Man,
Yeah, that's not how that works.
What's up, Brian? Yeah, you know what? And then they also dropped a 1 hour special on Disney Plus for
They
Punisher:
didn't-
One
they didn't
Last
drop-
Kill.
They didn't drop it yet,
No, they didn't drop it, but they
They
dropped the
just
news.
announced it.
You know, they announced it.
and it's going to be exactly 60 minutes.
I'm here for it, and I hope that Disney does more of that on
I'm with you on
other
that, Peter.
random. I would hope that they would do that on other characters. I would love for them to do a one shot of Silver Surfer, a one shot of fucking whatever Sabretooth, a one shot of all the
Tons of them.
Nova.
Peter,
If-
I
if-
agree with you. I think that would be forcing a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't make sense for Jean
Oh my
Grey to
God.
be in a
We
Spider-Man story.
I would need everybody in this chat's hands to count how many different characters everyone assumes Sadie Sink is playing.
Right.
Just watch it and wait
Right.
and find out. Holy shit.
Yeah, they
Um,
just can't. So
I-
are we
I
all
agree-
excited?
I agree with the one shot. I think if the Punisher works, we might actually see more one shots. They're gonna go off like audience reaction.
I mean, they've
Well,
done
Werewolf by
they've done
Night.
Werewolf
Right.
by Night and Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they did two that actually
I don't
worked.
count Guardians of the Galaxy.
Neither do I. I don't
was-
count
it was-
Guardians of the
It was
Galaxy.
funny as hell, but
It was
it wasn't
good.
like it. But I do count. I do count Werewolf by Night. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
don't you count Guardians?
Because
Because
it's already like
It's already existing.
movies.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
just
get it.
kind of
Yeah,
like
but Punisher's got a two season TV series.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at the history, the recent history, I should say, of the two big publisher TV series. You know, you have Marvel with that Born Again Daredevil title, which I'm sorry was bad. Wonder Man. I mean,
wait, what was that?
Daredevil season 1 was pretty bad.
yeah, I can't wait to see.
I do hope the second one comes out. Jessica Jones is already going to be in it.
Yeah,
Well, Daredevil
well,
comes out tonight.
It's coming out
the
tonight.
Disney reboot of
Was it
Daredevil.
tonight?
Yeah.
yeah, it's tonight. But I think the Lantern series by DC with Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre is going to be. It's going to put a stamp on these TV series in a way that it's going to make Marvel up their game. Because I'm sorry, I'm not chomping at the bit to see any Marvel TV series recently.
Well, Wonder Man was good.
Wonder Man, I heard was really good. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, all right.
I've been gone.
Very
Is it good?
successful
Is
TV
it good? Ish?
I liked it. It's not. I mean, it's not
It's meta.
action-packed
It's a meta show.
superhero like that, but it was good. Like it told a good story. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I might have to.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah,
so.
it's
I'm gonna
got
have to convince-
overwhelmingly positive reviews for the most part.
Okay, I'm gonna have to convince the fucking wife to watch it. That's tough, man.
That's
Because
easy.
I can't
Just
watch
turn it
this
on.
shit by myself. I can't watch it. I can't. I gotta convince the wife and to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So
Repeat
it is
after
what
me.
it
This
is.
is what we're watching, woman. And then record it so the rest of us can see you getting smacked across the head.
So I'm gonna be clear to speak to the last comment. I didn't hate
Been recorded.
the Daredevil season, but we talked about it on the show. And some
Yeah.
people were kind of upset with me. I really tried. I finished it. And it was something I had to force myself to finish because obviously the Netflix Daredevil was really great. And the
Right.
Disney one, like there were a lot of moments where I fell asleep
Yeah.
and had to, you know what I
Totally
mean? Like I fell
different, but-
asleep. It's like,
So
you know,
gotta-
what I'm
you
not
gotta put
interested
this
in.
down when you watch
Peter.
it.
It was
not-
the 5th marriage counseling show. Daredevil season 1
Uh,
was like marriage counseling with Wilson and Vanessa.
Yeah,
Fitch.
it's like I'm not interested in watching Daredevil struggle with being Daredevil again.
I will.
I'm not
that-
interested in
I'm
it.
not gonna lie.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. That kind of debugged it, but
I'll
I do
agree.
have hope. I do have hope for season 2. I do have some hope for
It
season
looks
2.
good. I mean, we'll see. It looks good, but
So-
again, I feel like Lantern is going to come in. It already looks good, and it's going to be interesting. I want to see
I
how
mean,
it's gonna
DC's
be
had
anyway.
one good live action TV show, and to its credit, the good live action TV show was pretty epically great.
You're talking
Right.
Peacemaker.
No, I'm talking Penguin.
Penguin was
What?
good. Peacemaker was good.
Penguin was great. Peacemaker season
Penguin
1 was really good.
fantastic.
But
Yeah,
Penguin
I mean,
was,
so they're
was
doing a
next
couple of
level
these.
good.
Look at that. Where are you at, Chef? Your old shirt. You know, the funny thing is that I enjoyed. I've yet to watch Peacemaker. Holy shit! I just forgot all
I-
about Peacemaker.
I haven't watched the
Huh.
second season.
I have not watched the second season. I am being very up. Let's, as a matter of fact, Dan, we still have the bet, right? That Mark, I don't know if you have.
I'm
know this
going to
or not.
lose it, but that's fine.
We have a bet, Mark, and if you want to go ahead and explain, Dan, to Mark the bet.
Yeah, so when the Supergirl trailer was all kind of just out there and dropping, and we didn't really know a lot about what was going to be in the movie, but they showed Jason Momoa was going to be in the scene as Lobo in somewhere in the movie.
Mhm.
I didn't recall seeing Lobo anywhere but I might have forgotten it in the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which was supposed to be the setting of this movie that's coming for Supergirl. So I
Yeah, I don't think so.
made what's
It's not
that?
the setting. It's not the setting. He's not in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. but
Yeah,
it's
yes,
not
right.
The
That's what I'm
setting of the
saying.
movie either.
That's what I'm saying. But so when they said Jason Momoa is going to be in it, he's going to play the role he was born to play, Lobo. I'm like, oh, that guy's going to be in under 5 minutes. It's going to be a cameo. Everybody was getting juiced up. I'm like, he won't even be in there for 5 minutes. And I feel like I put a bet out there. It's a gentleman's bet, but I feel like I'm going to get roasted here because he's definitely going to be in there for more than 5 minutes.
Well, let's have a new bet. How long is Mr.
5
Castle
minutes,
going to
10
be in?
seconds.
How long is Mr. Castle going to be in the Brand New Day?
Well, so
Screen
when
time
you say
or
when you say
what you
when you
think
when
is
you say
screen time?
length, right? It's interesting, right? Because the one thing that stands out to me, and we talked about this before, if you watch the original Beetlejuice and you watch the second Beetlejuice,
16 minutes.
he was in there for 16 minutes in both
16
movies.
minutes.
But you feel like he's in the entire
It was
movie.
the whole movie.
You know what I mean?
Why
Because
do you
with the
guys
film-
know that fast?
because he
Because-
was very specific about he only wanted to be in the second movie for 16
Yeah,
minutes
because he
that
was only in
how
the first
much-
movie for 16
was in the
minutes.
first
I
movie.
only want to be in the second
Wow.
one for 16
Yeah.
minutes.
I mean,
TIL.
Lady Gaga was in the stupid Joker 2 for like 11 minutes. But she feels like she's in the whole movie because they use those 11 minutes wisely. It's like 11 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you break
so-
down like the screen time of a lot of like the Avengers and all that kind of stuff, it's actually really short.
Short.
It's crazy short, but they're through
Are
the
you
whole
siding
movie.
with my 5 minute Momoa bet?
Well,
that
5
what
minutes
you're
is a lengthy period of time depending on how they use that 5 minutes.
Yeah, it could be 5 minutes, but he could be in like
Oh, that
15
would be great.
scenes. But only
Okay,
being-
hold on. Okay, so now you're giving Dan a chub because now he's
seriously.
thinking.
Let me stand
Now
up.
he's thinking, oh boy, I think I might have a chance here because 5 minutes could be, it could be more than, it could be 5 minutes could actually be the time, but we all feel like he's been there for about 2 hours. But
Right.
it's
I mean,
total
Punisher
5 minutes.
should not be in Spider-Man's movie. First of all, it doesn't make sense to be in a Spider-Man movie. They're gonna have to make it make sense, but he shouldn't be in this movie for 40 minutes. That's a lot of time. It might as well
Who's-
be it might as well be a buddy cop film.
Who's
You know what I
the
mean?
big,
Like-
who's the big baddie in the movie?
We don't know.
In the new
We don't- we-
Spider-Man, no
Yeah.
one knows, but
No
the
one
way
knows.
the way they have it played out is kind of
No.
like inner street gangs, inner street war.
The Hand is
Basically.
in it.
Yeah, looks
I'm
like
going
he's
to-
in
We
it.
still haven't seen like Tombstone and all these other.
But
Mm.
logically, right, Punisher's time in this Spider-Man film should be around the 10-15 minute mark, right? And that's a lot, right? Like it's not, otherwise it's anymore. You have Bad Boys 2 or Bad
Yeah,
Boys 5.
I would
You know what I
assume
mean?
he's only there to like end up stopping one side of this war, and then I'm sure we're gonna see Daredevil pop in when we see the Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. mhm.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Like again, I stopped paying attention to some of it because I missed the days where you show up to a comic book movie and go, "Holy shit, that's awesome! He's there."
Yeah.
We get everything is spoiled
It-
before we.
Marvel's
not
really
only-
good about not blowing their wad in trailers. Sony is bad about that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you
All
what, they're
the
already
shit in the
showing.
trailer.
They're already showing like it that the one scene right where the Hand is like going
And that's
this
where
way.
everyone thinks Daredevil.
Spidey here, and then all of a sudden they're like, if you look over here, you can tell they removed something in the background, almost the same way they did when they
didn't
removed
remove something.
the other two Spider-Mans and the last Spider-Man, right? They removed Toby and Garfield. You're right, Ryan.
Well-
Just fucking go. Just go and just fucking watch the movie.
Let's go see. Somebody reposted something from Finn Jones because he was working out in New York, and they're like, Finn Jones is training in New York. He's coming back as Iron Fist. He's gonna
Not
kill
by
all these
Iron Fist. He was
fans.
terrible.
What's
He was
that?
terrible. He was terrible. He was terrible.
I'm just like, dude, you guys are stretching so far. Like he's just in New York. How many actors live in New York?
The best thing that the best part he ever played in as Iron Fist was when Daredevil just beat his ass. When they first met, Daredevil just whooped him out.
I think he would.
He
He
was-
was.
oh,
Stop
God.
crying so damn much.
I gotta tell you, man, I hated that Iron Fist series, the first one. It was
So bad.
oh, God.
Everybody hated it. And
Danny Rand,
the
come on,
Defenders
man.
was even worse.
And then Defenders was even worse because every single time I turned around, his ass was getting whooped.
yeah.
You know,
like
every single time.
I like
Um,
the character.
So I
I'm
feel
looking
alright.
forward to
I feel
Jessica
renewed hope about
Jones
the
and
Supergirl
Daredevil.
movie now.
I'm really looking forward to that because I will say, one of the things I will say is the setup. Daredevil the Born Again season 1 to me was terrible.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
what they set up in the last episode to me
Yeah.
was pretty epic. Like they set up
Yeah.
this idea that you're
Yeah.
going to get a bunch of street level heroes.
Yep. Yep.
Bunch.
That
Like,
fits in with what's
that-
supposed
Right.
to go in Spider-Man. Street
Right.
level heroes.
And that's
setup
where
was
he at the
great.
very end when she asked him, "What are you going to do?" He goes, "I'm going to go get my army of my own." Right.
Don't be
So-
surprised if we get a Peter Parker cameo. I
don't
wouldn't be
know, man.
surprised if we get that at some point. That would be great too. If we get that before the
I
by
mean,
the end of the
I'm
season.
not gonna lie. That seems to be the way they're going with those two franchises. The whole point of this movie seems to be going over the street level hero wars.
I
And
mean,
that
look
was-
at how
was
long it
good.
took. Like you mentioned, Ryan, about if you know the comics or if you read the comics, which I don't think is a requirement to enjoy these movies, but look how long it took for Spider-Man to leave the fringe street level. I mean, how many times did he apply for the Avengers and
Yeah.
get denied and try to be an Avenger and just, he just couldn't make the cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then he became the Avengers B team. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He had a membership card, but he was just on like the B team, and it's he was on that fringe, hanging out with Daredevil and Manhattan, and so.
Well, I
what's
tell you
next?
what, I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to what's coming out. I will say that. So it's an exciting time to be a geek. All right, we got next. What do we got there, Dan? What do you have on your
I
list?
would like
here?
to see Echo too in this Daredevil series. I would like to see her
Yeah.
pop up in some way.
Let's
I
talk
like it.
about the DC next level.
Let's do that.
All right, let's do that.
Ryan's probably doing an exclusive secretly
Huh?
that we don't know about. Yeah, see, Ryan always has his hand in a lot of pots, man.
What?
I bet you it's Lobo too. You're a Lobo guy. I bet
I
you got a
already did that
Lobo
one.
cover coming. You did?
I did Lobo, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
know
he
that.
did Lobo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
showed
got a
guys.
Deathstroke cover coming then.
No,
You got it. You got a DC Next Level book coming.
there's no. I can honestly tell you, I don't have a DC Next Level, but I do have a something else that's really big.
Absolutely.
The
No, not
DC Next Level is supposed to be like
DC.
the DC All In second act, right, Ish?
Yeah, all in Act 2, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. You know, one of the great things about it, right? And you know, for people who are apprehensive about jumping into like the next level, I've been really paying attention to what Scott Snyder has been saying because Scott Snyder is the guy at the helm of all of Absolute, right? And so what he said he wants to do at next level is he wants to create a creator owned environment at DC. He wants to mimic
Yeah.
creator owned comics, and he wants these comics to evolve alongside what's happening with the Absolute, which I think is really, really great. You look at like Rucka and what he's doing on Batwoman. You know, Rucka originally left Batwoman because from an editorial perspective, he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do with Kate Kane. And he's back because Scott Snyder is letting him have the creative range. They're not going to break continuity with these characters. They're not going to ignore continuity, but they're going to be able to do what they want in their own sandbox. And I think it's DC had a fire year. And I think
that was a big topic of the cons lately is the fact that creatives are allowed, they're starting to be a little more creative with these projects.
Batwoman, who you know, y'all know I'm not a Bat person. Batwoman was so great.
I just that's the new one that just came out, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was so
I just picked up the blank. I'm some weeks behind on what's what.
So would you say that DC, and I don't know the numbers, but did DC completely just outrank Marvel when it comes to sales?
DC is the clear
Right now.
number one right now. Clear.
Yeah.
Clear.
You gotta remember, dude, Marvel and DC go back and forth so often. But Absolute Batman is outranking everything.
So Snyder just said that Absolute Batman sells about 300,000 copies a month. The numbers came out now.
Hold on. There's another part to that.
Yep.
120 or 140,000 of those are all retailer exclusives.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's crazy.
Almost half of their print run for all these new issues and reprints and stuff are retailer exclusives. That's how many people are doing these things right now.
And retailers are paying for that, right? Like it costs $14,000 to do an Absolute exclusive, right? And literally, because I'm doing one, you know what I mean? And then you look at, since the end of 2024, DC has sold, including retailer exclusives, 8 million Absolute titles across all prints. 8 million. That's crazy.
Mark is weirdly quiet today.
I'm taking it all in, man. I'm taking it all in.
What do you think, Mark? What are your thoughts on this whole DC?
I mean, I like it. It's interesting, you know, to me in general, just because, like, you know, I read both. I like both. But like when I was younger, I don't know. I think I was always drawn to Marvel. Like DC was more like
preach.
It felt more like sorcery kind of stuff like that. Where Marvel was more like sci-fi and felt more like interesting to me. And then, I mean, I read Batman, I read Detective, stuff like that. But the other stuff was just like Iron Man back in the day was huge for me, stuff like that. But now it's, you know, it's kind of shifted, and
put me on the
I'm not, you know, I don't read a ton of Marvel right now.
I need to go. I'll just kick me out for
a second. But Ish and I were talking earlier today, and I'm going to tell you, you know, DC is letting the writers really run riot here and create some great stories. I mean, you heard Ish talk about Snyder. You got Tom King. You got Tom Taylor. I mean, they're killing.
And I think Tom King started. I think Tom King put the spark in people's head because they just let him do what he wanted to do with Wonder Woman, and he's writing a definitive Wonder Woman before we ever heard of an Absolute.
Yeah, but I mean, on the back of so many other great things that they've been doing, like Human Target, and you know, I mean, there's been so many great recent reads. But the thing I was talking to Ish about today was Ultimate Spider-Man, and great. I think the best Ultimate book going, probably the best Marvel book going at the moment. And then they ended after 24 issues. And I know Ish is like, well, Hickman got his complete. He got what he wanted out of it, and you know, it set the stage. I respect all of that, but again, I don't understand what Marvel is thinking by not something else.
Yeah, but I think you're just wrong, Dan, and I love you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Idea was from day one. The idea was Ultimate Spider-Man was going to go 24 issues because that is the bar. So the Ultimate Invasion storyline ended with, we have 2 years, exactly 2 years before the Maker returns, and we're in a race to do everything possible to be prepared before the Maker returns. And the bar for those 2 years, the measuring stick, was Ultimate Spider-Man. They even had timelines:
Yeah.
3 more months before, 5 more months before, 6 more months before the Maker returns. That timeline ran through Ultimate Spider-Man, and
Mhm.
Hickman used it as his bar, as his measuring stick. When this ends, Maker returns. That was always the plan. It wasn't like
I
this
get it.
random, you know what I mean?
But
And
that didn't
sometimes
mean that didn't mean that Spider-Man had to be locked into 24 issues.
but it
they
was
could-
locked into 24 issues beforehand. Like
Yeah,
that was
I
the goal.
understand, but I'm saying they could keep going with a great title, but instead they kill it because they're going to go another direction again, and you know,
Or
I
they're gonna
understand
go the
also-
direction they plan to go in.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like we loved it, but like sometimes you stick
But
to
I mean,
the
look
plan
at the
so that you
Absolute.
don't ruin what you're actually, the story you're actually trying to tell. There's a story they're telling.
We'll find out
Yeah.
how far Absolute goes when it hits issue 24, because they're only on what, 18.
Yeah, but I mean, they show no sign, no discussion.
Do
Martian
they have a limited issue run, as in like it's only
Well,
going to be set for
Martian
a certain
Manhunter
amount?
now?
No, Absolute's going to keep going until fans
Absolute
are
already
tired of it.
broke character from their original plan. Scott Snyder said we have a 5-year plan. 2.5
Oh.
years in, we're going to do a major crossover between DC, and then he changed that and said, you know what, we're going to just do Absolute for as long as people are reading it. Which you know, fine. I'm not hating on that. That's cool. But I don't have a problem with someone like Hickman, who's known for having an end game in mind when he sits down and starts the story. That's Jonathan Hickman's thing. Like, he already has the end game. He already knows where it's going and how it's
Right.
going to end. And then he takes us on the journey there. That's just how Jonathan Hickman operates. He doesn't deviate because
Sometimes it just takes him a few years to finish.
yeah. And sometimes deviating for fan service can really be a disservice to the story you're trying to tell.
Yeah. I mean, and let's be real, how many series have come out and they're canceled prematurely because they suck, but then oh, this was planned for 10 years, it's canceled after 2. They made a 2-year plan. It's over.
I mean, look at Hush 2.
Not good.
And not only that, it was supposed to be the last arc of the last Batman volume, and they started the new volume because they got tired of waiting for Jimmy and Jeff Loeb to put out this terrible 6-issue run.
What about this? This is an Absolute Poison Ivy. How's that doing?
I mean, she's pretty dope. I like her.
That is one of the most interesting character designs and twists I've seen in a book, because that issue I actually looked at, I was told, like, go in and actually check out the issue to see what this really is. Eric Canetti, I think that's how you say his last name, is a freaking madman with his work. Because I could tell you what, if I had to draw that, the however you want to call it, the final form, Absolute Poison Ivy, over and over and over again, I would probably want to shoot myself.
What makes her absolute? What's her story? What's
So you see one version. I'm not going to spoil it for people. What you see is not what you get. You have to read the issue. You have to actually crack a book, Caesar.
Yeah, unlike the Maker with Marvel, Pamela Isley, Poison Ivy, you feel a little bit sorry for her, even though she's a train wreck, right? And she's definitely formidable against our current Batman, and
she's not completely evil either.
Yeah, exactly. Like they give these characters depth, which, again, I felt like in Ultimate Spider-Man they were doing just that, and then they just pulled the rug out. And I go, I know, issue like that was the plan, but plans
so you got to
change.
keep in mind, Absolute Batman at the bare bones, and a lot of people don't look at it this way, but it's just the truth. If you go through 1 through 18, it's body horror in the guise of Batman.
Yeah,
like all of these characters have been physically, not just mentally, physically disfigured, abused,
right,
destroyed. All of them. Even Batman, like all of them are
Sure.
a victim of some level of
Sure.
some
It,
just
it
deranged body.
that is so wrong, Dorf. I actually am interested because I was wondering about Poison Ivy. I'm curious about Scarecrow. I mean, it's getting to a point where I actually might break down and still not read a book.
You know
But
what I did love?
All of these major characters, every
did-
major character in Batman, with the exception of Catwoman, right, is a victim of some experiment that took place in Arkham. Some really
Messed up.
horrible, terrible experiment, or like with Penguin, right? Like Penguin exists because Bane broke every bone in his body that wouldn't kill him, and thus left him.
You know what I
permanently
did love
disfigured,
is
you know what I mean?
Absolute Batman. I love the fact that, like, for how many issues now were we joking about, like, how can people in Gotham not put two and two together when you have the current Bruce Wayne, who's like a bodybuilder, he's like 6'7", the dude's like a machine, but nobody can figure out that.
And Wonder Woman is like 2 feet taller than him.
Yeah, right. And so we're like,
She's like
how can
8
anybody?
feet tall.
How can nobody figure out that Bruce Wayne is the Batman? And then in a recent issue, they have James Gordon going, it wasn't hard to put it together. I mean, how many 6'7"
Yeah, but
dudes?
the reality is, this Batman doesn't have the resources as mainstream Batman, so he's not
Yeah.
everywhere. There's no bat signal.
But it makes it great.
Batmobile is a garbage truck. You know what I
What
mean?
awesome.
Like you don't see him every. The first time the world really got to see him is when they live streamed his fight with Bane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dump truck.
Let,
Though, not a car.
let me ask you guys a
Dump
question. If you had a choice to see an absolute version of a character, who would you like to see?
I don't need to say it. I won't even say it.
Well, I'm
Why?
gonna see him, so I'm happy.
Well, you say it. I want to hear it.
Say
Dan.
it. Who is it? Dan?
I want to see. Oh, wait. Are you saying a current absolute that goes to like a movie, or are you saying a character?
no.
No,
Like,
no,
He's
no,
a
no.
character you want to see
Character.
become like
An absolute.
in the absolute.
Oh, a character that
Universe.
become. Oh, okay. I have to think about that. I don't know. I thought you were saying about.
You're
a
an
movie.
idiot.
I thought about a
You're an
movie.
idiot. You were
I thought
going
you were
so
saying
well.
movies. I'm sorry.
Mine
going
are
to-
coming, so I'm really happy. Mine will be here in a week.
Who? Catwoman?
Is it
No,
is it a secret?
Shazam and Black Adam.
I was gonna say. I know they were talking about. That's in the Superman one, right?
Yep.
You see the lightning
Shazam and
bolt.
Black Adam. Okay, all right.
A lot of
what
them
about
have
you?
been introduced, even as cameo Caesar. A lot of them have been introduced.
Yeah.
Oh, they have been.
I mean, I've been wanting Shazam. Shazam. I'm getting it with Wonder Woman's Tom King's Wonder Woman. Shazam is one of my favorite DC characters, and his books are notoriously terrible. And I've been waiting for a good Shazam book, like a really good, without him fighting some hokey wizards, the alphabet wizards, and the like these weird.
This is the alphabet wizards.
No, seriously, like was it the Wizard of Id, or it's like a fake Wizard of Oz wizard that it's always terrible, and I'm like, yo, I want Shazam to be good. So
I was curious on the Robin thing, and I guess we're about to find that out pretty quick.
What about you,
gonna be
Mark? Is
bad
there a
guy.
certain character you would like to see?
I'd like to see Black Adam. That's one of my favorite characters. Maybe Plastic Man.
Absolute Plastic Man. Imagine that. I mean, how absolute can he get? Right.
He's
That'd
no
be kind of
longer that.
interesting.
He's actually made out of silly putty this time.
Yeah,
I'm around
right.
for an absolute Supergirl.
Yeah. Is anybody
And the
reading Fractions Batman?
That would be interesting.
I
I
did
have
enjoy
him. I love Jorge's work,
Mhm.
so I have him. I haven't read past issue 2.
Yeah, the first 2 or 3 issues were just terrible for me, but then
Have we seen Absolute Supergirl
It
yet? Am I
suddenly got good.
crazy?
I
No.
think we did.
Is
But
it not know, like we don't know it's her.
yeah, the little girl in like the
Yeah.
first 3 issues on Krypton,
Yeah,
I think that was her.
I think
You know
the
what I
same
mean?
thing.
That would be cool.
Do we need an absolute Squirrel Girl? Is that what we wanted?
She's
Yeah.
from Marvel, bro.
She's Marvel.
I was like, you're crossing universes.
Yeah,
now.
nothing. Hey, I'm just reading what I'm saying here. That's all. I knew that, you morons. Hey, listen.
I mean,
Next
I'd like to see
topic,
what
Dan.
they do with it. I'd like to see what they do with the Teen Titans with like a teen book.
Next topic, Dan. What do we got? We're burning
So
through
we
these because I
covered,
want
we
to get
covered
into the
Spider-Man. We covered Spider-Man, although I don't want to. There's some pretty big revelations this week in the Spider-Man front, but we'll skip that. We don't want to spoil nothing. We talked DC
mean-
Next Level. We talked Lanterns. How about Invincible? Invincible.
I haven't watched past.
I haven't watched.
2.5
I haven't watched the new season yet.
I haven't
You know
watched
what?
season 2, so I have to.
It's
I'm
only
waiting to
three
catch up.
episodes so far, right? Or maybe
Yeah, there's only
fourth
3
one.
episodes. Yeah. Yep, I
Yeah.
watched them.
I gotta tell. What do you think, Mark? How's it looking?
Good. I mean, I like it. I liked Invincible from way back, when the comic came out, because it's just another telling of the Superman story. But I really liked, like the characters. I like a lot of the stuff Kirkman does like that, where it feels very basic, but it plays out really well. Like the characters are good, the story's good.
You took the words out of my mouth. Basic. That's how I describe him, and I'm a fan. But he's very simple, very basic, and he's effective, very impactful.
It's crazy how those books are just being gobbled up. And it's like anything Invincible is just.
Well, I mean, because it became a TV show, and there is a scarcity to them.
Low print runs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can't remember what they said the highest was, but like the average for all 144 issues was like 15 to 20,000.
Yeah.
And now that it's a show,
you're talking $6,000-$7,000 to get a complete run of Invincible.
All these guys, they're just going apeshit for him, which cracks me up. It's great for Otley and that whole team, Robert and.
Can you take that comment down as fast as you put it up?
Yeah.
What's
comparing
that?
to Superman? This one right here. That he just
it's the same storyline. It's the Superman storyline. Changed.
Invincible doesn't exist.
Frosty, come on, man.
Without Superman.
Oh yeah, without
having read Invincible in the comics, the only thing that I don't think I really appreciated, and I understood the depth of the story and the characters, and it was really entertaining. But and this isn't a spoiler for the animation, I don't think, but how much beating can Earth take? I mean, I don't think the devastation really resonated in the comic books as much as they're doing on the screen.
I mean, yeah, they destroyed the planet. Like, they've caused major catastrophes all over the world. Just
every episode, they're just destroying a whole city. It's like, oh my god.
Now, I want to remind you though, Dan. It is a comic book. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
No, how many damn Godzilla movies have we watched where Godzilla just destroys everything in the world?
Ryan. But why do I bring it up? Is because it's such a tale of two stories. Because like on the one end, the town is getting rocked, right? On the other end, Deborah Grayson's at home with her boys, going, "Oh, be home for dinner." Like nothing's even happening downtown. Like what's going on here?
I mean,
do you remember Man of Steel? Right at the very end when he was fighting Zod, they fucking turned that city into.
Oh yeah,
I have that same feeling when I watch almost. I mean, I watched the new Godzilla movies. Godzilla versus Kong and New Empire and all that shit, and I love them. But every time I watch them, Transformers, any of those movies, I'm like, man, they're fucking that city up. Like that.
Not only that,
by comparison. And if you watch Invincible every season,
they're the Earth by the end of the season, the whole series, like Earth would just be a pile of rubble.
Every major populace on Earth has been fucked up. Parts of the moon have been fucked up. They didn't fuck up other planets.
Earth is going to be
they just fucked some shit up.
I like the fact that I can on all the Godzillas and everything you just mentioned, Ryan. How many deaths are in these, right? You're trying to tell me that the whole city evacuated during these fights. The whole city, just complete, just no traffic jams, no nothing. They all went downstairs into bomb shelters. Fuck no, they killed hundreds and thousands of innocent people sitting there eating their sushi next to the big ass fucking tail ripping right through the damn restaurant, right? It's just
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
For what? Godzilla?
Yeah. How many people did Godzilla kill just
in
fighting?
All the movies through all the cities being destroyed.
All the movies? Every single one?
There's no populace left. There's nothing left.
There shouldn't be anything left. If you
that's what we think is like at the end of the Invincible cartoon series. That's what Earth should look like.
I was in that world.
It should look like Cybertron after they destroyed it, like just a half moon planet with lava.
So everything's gonna be like the intro of Thundar, where the fucking planet cracks in half, right?
Yeah,
that's basically what it should be.
I just can't. I mean, I'm telling you, like, it's still entertaining as hell. I mean, the 3 episodes I've watched this season, they're great, and I love and if you have your Tara Grayson books, buckle up because those are going to be great this season. But the whole point of the matter is like, if I'm a taxpayer in that animation, I'm gonna be pissed off. I mean, geez, they're wrecking everything. I mean, property values have got to be just tanking. What's left?
That's how you figure out if you buy a house in that world. Instead of asking if you're on a fault line, you're like, am I anywhere near where, you know, any of the fights are going to happen? Is this a major city? No, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I am
definitely not moving. I'm not
nowhere
moving to
close to
Tokyo.
that,
I'm not moving
though.
to New York. I'm not moving to any metropolis city where any kind of kaiju or whatever the fuck's going to come out and destroy my city. That's why you got to live in small town USA, because nothing ever fucking happens there, and you can live
I do
peacefully.
agree
and-
with Cross's comments, but I do have to preface. You know, I think that you can put Invincible where you put Invincible and respect it for what it is, and put Superman where you put Superman and respect. Like, Superman is supposed to be Superman. He was created to be Superman. Like, he's Superman. So the balanced fighting should come with him fighting people comparable or greater than Superman, because they created him to be Superman. You know what I mean?
Right.
They didn't
Mark.
create him to be Batman, or, you know, they created him to be Superman. He's
Mark,
also
how
very
much did
difficult to
you
write because of that. But I do agree with you on some level, Frosted.
How much did you like the last episode where they had Alan and Mark bunking in the same room?
Oh
And,
yeah, yeah. He's on the couch. Yeah,
on the couch.
yeah.
You know what's interesting is shit. I lost my train of thought. We're talking about Superman with me and the wife, and I said, you know, there's this cover, and I forgot which cover it is. It's a Golden Age, and the one that drives everyone crazy, the one where Superman's holding the tree, who's holding on to Batman, who's trying to save a girl off a floating log, and going, what the fuck is this? Superman is holding onto a tree, who's stretched across and holding on to Batman, while Batman's holding on and trying to save a girl from a floating log. And she's like, so what's wrong with that? I'm like, it's Superman. What the fuck are you talking about? What's he doing holding on to a tree branch while he's doing like this chain? Get the fuck out of here with that stuff.
I
But
love
then
that
again-
Frost has got a 9/9 Death of Battle Beast. That's dope.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, without Superman, we have no Invincible. That's it. Fuck you
Without
guys.
Superman, we don't have most of our stuff.
We don't
But
have most
we
of our
don't have
shit.
like anything.
Yeah. Without, I mean, that's just the way it works. Dan, what's next? We're blowing right through these.
Yeah, we are going through them really, really quickly here.
We're
And
doing
Yeah,
good.
because I want to get into the
Usually
whole
we're not.
MegaCon. I want to get into the
Well,
MegaCon. This is the reason why
I mean,
we're
we
doing
kind of already tap danced on the last topic, which we have is Daredevil. So we can either go back and talk about Daredevil again, or we can get right into MegaCon and PlanetCon and MarksCon and everything.
Let's get into some cons. So out of everybody here, Ryan was, as we all know, Ryan was at MegaCon. He had his own booth there.
Been at
First of all, Ryan, let me ask you. And from what I'm hearing, MegaCon was packed.
So yes,
was nuts.
yes and no. They moved halls. Usually we're in the north-south hall, I believe. We were in the bigger hall this time. So as busy as it was, it didn't sardine everybody in. Even Saturday, I was able to walk across the entire building because Artist Alley was on one side, and the majority of the celebrity autographs, which is where I had to get to, was on the completely other side. And I was able to walk across in like 5-10 minutes.
Oh,
Whereas
really?
before, it would
Did
take me
anybody
5-10
get
minutes
punched
to
in
get
the
to the
face?
other side of Artist Alley.
Did anybody
Yeah,
get punched in the face?
No fights this year? No
Yes,
drama?
Yes, there were. Yes, see,
Oh,
I
there
went.
it
I
is.
went there. I went
So-
and met X-23.
I heard
Well,
there
that's
were more attendees there than there were at NYCC.
That I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
who got
don't-
punched in the face?
I don't know about anyone got punched in the face, but I know there was an altercation in the celebrity area, and there were like somebody got hurt.
Really?
Yeah, but it was. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the whole story behind it, but I know there was an altercation in the autograph area.
Wow. That'll instantly get you kicked out, no? I guess it depends how it is. But I would think that boots you out of the
Frosted my flakes. I don't. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like he said, using all 1.4 million square feet of the convention center. They didn't even use it all. Like they could have actually taken. There was a lot of empty space in areas that they could still fill, and make that even bigger. But it was busy, and there was probably more people there than previous years. But because it was in the bigger hall, it didn't feel as crowded. And I've been going to MegaCon for the last 10 years, every single year.
Because I think as we go on, it's not about the convention, it's about the people. And people, you just need to understand, when you go to these conventions, you are not the most important person in the convention. Like, be humble and move peacefully, and you'll get what you want to get done.
Oh, I'll never get sardine. I'll take Dan's tactic. I'll just bring a bunch of brown bags and just sit them.
No, I bring my cart. I bring a cart.
I'll just sit a brown paper bag down next to a table and just.
Oh, that's a terrorist joke. That's terrible. You're evil. You're evil. Listen, I bring a cart with me, and that thing has served me well every time. I will say, though, when I was at Baltimore, I carry a hard case. It's terrible for a Middle Eastern guy to walk around with. I'm just going to, I will acknowledge that.
Well,
And
I mean,
people do ask me what's in the case. They're like, what's in the case? I'm like, Habibi, do not worry. Go to the exit.
how many people walk up to it and try and see if it's sticking?
Yeah. No, that's I love it when Dan does his accent. You know,
Can I just sit my case next to you while I go get this autograph? I'm just gonna leave it right here.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'll be back in about 15 minutes.
This is nothing that calms anybody when I walk in a room. With this fucking thing. I'll tell you right now.
You have 5 of them on like on one of those little.
You need to get handcuffs and handcuff one to your wrist and one to that case.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, nobody's chilled out when I walk in.
You know, so
And the children doesn't help either.
how was the smell, Ryan? Was it a good smell this time around?
The
I don't
smell.
have a sense of smell, so I couldn't tell you.
Good.
Oh, that's
smell.
right. I forget. Yeah,
Weird
Ryan can't
question.
smell worth that shit. Well, cons for some reason I thought about maybe we could do this, Mark, at our I was gonna say our con. I said our con because it's in our backyard. But at
Someone
your
had a
con,
seizure at the con.
I think maybe
Got
we
some
should
action.
give out like deodorant, like little tiny like travel size deodorants.
I've been saying that for years.
So
Yeah.
I reached out to
Superman.
Dr.
Sponsor.
Squanch to see if they would sponsor us.
See, there you go.
Who, Mark?
Put a Jeff Loeb.
Dr. Squanch or whatever Dr. Squanch, whatever it
Dr.
is. that's-
Squatch.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I was like, hey, would you guys be willing to send us some
Yeah,
samples
put Jeff
Oh,
Loeb
these
Superman
CDs?
remarks on every little deodorant bottle. And
I'll get it out.
Please.
I'll get it out. Ish. You're
Don't
that-
get it out. Do not get it out. Do not get it out. But so, okay. So you're saying, Ryan, compared to last year, it was not that bad. When it
didn't
comes
feel
to
that bad.
sardines.
It could have been way busier than previous years, like attendance wise, but because everything was so much bigger, it didn't feel that bad.
Was it held at the same location, or was it is it last year? Are they always at the same location?
They're always at the same convention center, but this was the bigger hall.
Yeah, it has
So-
like it's got like what 4 different sections.
It's got 2 different big buildings, and we're usually in the north-south building, and this time we were in the east-west building, and they
Gotcha.
took up almost all of it.
there was some Caesar action going on there. too.
Yeah, honestly, there's probably always some medical things at every single con that I
The
wouldn't
girl-
know
yeah,
about.
the
Like,
girl
we don't
was-
know all that.
God.
Girl was having the seizure, and they tried to hold her down. You're not
I know a
supposed to
couple
do
people
that.
fainted.
She started spinning around and flailing.
Oh,
Holy
jeez.
shit!
That's not good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard about a couple people fainting in line. One person fainted in the Snyder line, not the seizure girl, but somebody fainted in the
Seizure
Snyder
girl.
line.
The seizure girl.
Caesar girl. I love it. I love it.
Somebody fainted
the
in line
absolute-
for Orlando Bloom or Liv Tyler or one of those two. I'm sure that happens all the time. We just don't hear about it because
Yeah.
they immediately take it out.
Wow.
We're gonna call her flail.
When I hear drama, I think of like, New York City people fighting over the Peach Momoko books.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost died. that
Now
year.
there were thieves.
Are you serious,
Around.
Sam?
Yeah, there was a bunch of people saying that there were like a lot of books and art.
ton
and
of
stuff stolen
vendors
from
on
the comic
Instagram
shop,
have been
yeah.
posting missing books, missing artwork.
Yeah,
Also,
So we were talking about this in the green
like how the
room
hell do you
before.
steal artwork? Like it's not going to show up. and immediately
Well,
just be
that
flagged.
that's
as
what I'm
like,
saying.
Why don't you have a gun?
If I was to steal stuff, me, most likely I'm not gonna, since I'm not really much of a reseller or whatever it is, I'm not gonna sell it. I was being for my PC stuff, not that I would steal anything.
You're not gonna steal comics, right?
But that's the whole thing. It's
these are stealing
weird.
for the PC. So
I'm stealing for the PC, so it's different. Ish.
You said if I'm gonna steal stuff, it's gonna be
It's gonna be for me. I'm not
you know.
stealing to make some money.
I have this. Yeah, all of a sudden, there's next year you can see like this big OA of Neo Adams behind me, and I'm like, oh, it just.
What we were talking about earlier, Caesar. We need to bring back caning. We need to bring back caning here. Teach these
Yeah.
people-
So, Ryan, what would you think about? And I was saying, you would think that, actually, for all you guys, you would think that you would have at least one or two people, if possible, to just stand there and just
Right.
watch the hands the whole fucking time.
Well, yeah, but it's not just the vendors that got like stuff stolen from. Like Artist Alley got stuff ripped off. Look at me. I'm by myself most of the time.
That is true.
I don't have any hands. Like if I have to pee,
Yeah.
you're hoping that your neighbors can keep an eye. But MegaCon was so busy, like so busy. If they've got people there, like there's no way they're keeping an eye on my stuff the entire time.
Yeah.
From opening to before opening, an hour and a half before opening, we were busy because we were dealing with retailers and stuff, doing signing ops and everything. And then as soon as the floor opened, it was just nonstop till like the very end. So if you're talking to this guy over here, it's that bait and switch, dude. You're looking over here and somebody swipes something from over here. I had, I was sitting next to Mike Chrome, and he was signing prints for one customer, and another customer is asking him questions in the middle of all that happening. Like the person that had the prints, instead of paying, just kind of swiped off to the right while he was talking, answering questions with the other person. It just kind of sometimes, unfortunately, it just kind of happens. I don't leave anything valuable out on my table if I'm not there. I'm the guy, like if you had to steal a $10 comic book, if you wanted it that bad, like, oh, so be it. Like, I feel for you and I hope you enjoy the book, but I'm not hunting you down.
I'm assuming Frosty that they caught that on camera. That's why they knew it was two girls stole $500.
I know there was cameras because a couple of the people that had stuff stolen said they were going over with the convention center management, looking at stuff.
Mental.
But honestly, there's really nothing you can do. You are not going to find those people again.
No.
I mean, I remember I did Emerald City, pre-COVID by a couple of years, and they were doing construction on the convention center. And after the first day, everyone got back in the Artist Alley, and one by one, everyone's like, "Hey, where's my something?" And realized like the entire Artist Alley and convention floor got something stolen from everybody. And it was people from the construction crew that were there after hours, just stole shit from everybody.
That's crazy.
Like I had my entire marker set, and I think at the time I used to take like 300 or 400 markers, just swiped. They took the whole case.
Are you shitting? What did you do?
Luckily, the company that like the Copic markers that I used, like I had at the time, Copic was there, and they gave me a set, and then I had, or like a small set, and then I had a friend and fan that saw that they got swiped, and he went and bought me a complete new set, and then I went down and bought, extras of everything I needed, so I was able to get stuff onto it. But it sucked. It happens. They couldn't. They were just like, oh, it's people from the construction crew. We could see that, but they can't. They were never able to like pinpoint who it was. They're never going to find whoever did any of that stuff. The only way they can is if they're trying to sell it online.
So speaking of cons, we talked about this before. Every single time when we have Mark on, you know, we're gonna have a con coming up here in April 18th, I believe, right?
Yes, 1819. Yep.
April, 18, 19th. It's the longest Comic Con name in the world. So if you're going to be in New Mexico,
Yeah.
Or
swing
you
on
can come to
by.
New Mexico. You don't have to be here. You can come.
No, you have to be here, right? If you're already here, I mean, good for you. But if you're in one of the neighboring states, come on by. There's a shitload of artists who are going to be there doing stuff, and obviously also selling comics as well. But it's a comic book. It's a con. I like to say it's a con for comic book people, right? I mean, it's
Sure.
it's for the fan, right? They come and if you want get a SIG and get a Remark and buy some books at the same time. I'm going to be there with my buddy Joey Solo. Joey's going to be there. We're going to be there basically all day, and I'll be wearing my shirt, so you'll know the real Dracula's Wolf. Let me show you guys my shirt in case you guys don't know this. You'll know it's me because I'll be wearing
The nipples are cut out on it.
Hold on, you son of a bitch. I'll be
You just
wearing
have
my
a shirt that
shirt.
says, "It's me, Caesar."
It's right
Are
here,
you
right?
wearing it? I love it.
Oh, I'm going to be wearing the real Dracula's Wolf, and in the back, what does it say already? All together, I never read a fucking comic book. So
Why did he
There you
put
go,
the
people.
apostrophe there?
I don't know.
It messes with me.
Let me see.
Messes with my head.
You could yell at him.
Yeah, no,
It just bothers me.
I'm with you. Ish.
Hey, I don't want to tell you, man. It's not my thing. But anyways, Mark, have you ever had like the stories like this at your cons? Because this is your 4th annual, right? Or is it 5th?
4th. So this is the 4th year for us. Yeah, no. I mean, we started small enough that we did have the 2nd year someone tell us that one of their books was missing from their table. And so kind of, panicked, walked around, looked at things. And then they just happened to have somebody come back to their table to get books signed, and they had that book with them. And the people at the table said, hey, did you pick that up off the table? What's going on? And then, they played it off, or maybe it was a mistake. I don't know. But they said, hey, I didn't know we did that. They actually, paid for the book, got it signed, stuff like that. So, yeah, knock on wood.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a common thing because when people put books down to sign, sometimes they put books down on a stack
Sure,
of
on
books,
top,
and they accidentally pick up the top of your stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
I've
know
always
you
had
ain't. You
people
know
come
when
back.
you come to get it signed, you ain't buy that book.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
you
always
know
had
when
people
it's in
bring
your
those
hand,
back, like, hey, I accidentally grabbed this off the stack. This is yours.
Wow,
Or
that's
Or they bring their one book to get signed. Next thing you know, they're leaving with like a stack. They're like, yeah, all right, I got it. You didn't know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit there and count how many books they put down.
No, we're still small enough that we don't have to worry about that. We're in ballrooms, so we lock the ballrooms at night. I go around, walk through at the end of the night and make sure that everything's good. Hotel has security that's down there, so that's always good. Was one of my fears, like being in New Mexico, that we would get people that may want to come in and see that as an opportunity to try to get higher end stuff or whatever. But like I said, knock on wood, we haven't had any problems. This year will be the biggest year for us, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'll be there protecting the innocent and by not by
In a world.
Just not the grammar.
Well, Caesar, you could find one of the creators there and say, hey, can I hang out at your table and watch, make sure nobody steals?
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Looks
I
routine.
don't mind. Hey,
You want to
listen,
practice?
if you want to go take a piss, I'll sit here and watch your stuff. Right. I'll make sure to tell Joey that he's getting the living shit talked out of him for adding the apostrophe on that effing.
No, for putting it in the wrong place.
Put it in the wrong place. So con. Speaking of con, so what's okay? So we got C2E2 coming up. We got Planet Con. What
C2E2, Planet Con,
Wonder.
WonderCon, Lexington, and something else is all the same time.
Same weekend.
It's all crazy.
I think Galaxy Des Moines. No, Galaxy something is the same time too.
when does it end? When's like the month where it starts to kind of die down?
November.
Yeah, towards the end of the year is when it
This is
tapers
like
off.
the
Wow.
kickoff, really.
Yeah,
Planet
this
was
is
the
the kickoff.
big.
And this is a weird year. Again, I pay attention to posts. Like I'm in all the groups because Like I'm already reading the hate about MegaCon being in May next year. It's gonna be too hot for cosplayers.
I
Sorry.
don't give a fuck. Sorry.
Try
don't dress up
carrying
as-
400 pounds worth of merchandise.
Hmm.
to do all that work. I
You
don't
know,
Right.
Ryan,
Just cosplay as Lady Death or Vampirella.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Less stuff. This year's very weird because of things going on in the country. But everybody's post is like, cons are stupid. Why would they stack some of the biggest cons on top of each other? There's two really big factors. One, most convention centers, unless you're San Diego and New York and Florida, they don't want comic cons at the
Just don't
convention
have the
center.
cons on the border.
They
and,
don't care.
Worry about the things going on.
So they don't really get to pick the dates. They get a pool of dates and say this is what you get to choose from. And two, this year we have the World Cup. Everything is moving around, not being on top of the World Cup.
I love that we have the World
That's going to take over. Like that's why Dallas has moved.
Yeah, State Fan Expo Dallas jumped.
Yeah, that's why a bunch of stuff is shuffled around because no one wants to compete with the World Cup. Comic book fandom people, we may not care about soccer, but it's the number one watched sport in the world.
I care about it. I can't wait.
I do. I'm just saying, like most people are like, I don't care about the World Cup. Well, I mean, financially for these companies, most of the world does.
Right.
Yep.
Well,
in the discussion,
really quick, while we're on a light note, I have to go. I have to go early tonight because I have a doctor's appointment at the VA that I have to be at bright and early, and if I don't sleep, I'll be late. So I have to get out of here.
It's always good to see you, Ish.
Yeah, always.
Ish with the
Ryan.
Check his eyes for the Ray Charles disease. All right, sounds good, man. I appreciate you, Ish, for jumping in and being Ish.
I hope the circumcision goes well, Ish. Good luck.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the one with the little Habibi. I'm not the one rocking with the little Habibi here. So
he does a little Habibi. All right, Ish.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Peace out, man.
I wish you were here for this conversation. So Ryan and Mark, we were talking a little bit about this with Mark in the green room, but I love a good con, but I got to tell you, and you know me, I mean, I'm always in the court of the creators, and present company certainly accepted here, but it's getting to be a cash grab anymore, man. I mean, I'm telling you, these creators, I value them, and they should have a value, but $50 a sig, man. I mean, and more. It's getting to be crazy.
And I can understand that. I can definitely 100% understand that. I can play devil's advocate on both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
Like as a collector myself, whenever I see people raise their rate, I'm the same way. I'm like, but for real, like, why? You're gonna price out most of your fan base. Here's the sad fact. At cons, we're gonna do this by scale, okay? And this is man scale, not woman scale. So this actually means this. not this, and they're trying to make us feel good. Okay, so this is the attendance at a con. This is how many people actually care about comic books.
Yep.
Okay, out of this amount of people, these are collectors. The rest of them are sellers.
Resellers, yep.
So at a comic convention, a lot of the people coming up to buy and get the tons and tons and tons of signatures are sellers. You're going to take that $10 book, add my $10 signature, and sell it for $120. So you paid me $20 and you made $100 profit. Well, artists are figuring that out. Like, well,
that's certainly one point that it can be considered.
Right. It's not the only point. It's for sure not
the other point is that, you're seeing only this much at the table because these are the people left over that with the money that could actually spend it and get those signatures. Whereas even if you lower your prices to a more reasonable $10 per sig or $5 per sig, you might grow that to this. And I understand both sides of the argument, but at some point the only people that are really suffering are the fans because the people that are flipping it, they're going to make their money. It doesn't matter.
Right. And that's what I said. I'm going to play devil's advocate because I don't like either side. But in Knucking Futz is absolutely correct. There are exceptions to that rule as well. Like Heroes Con is a cons con, is a comic con.
Mhm,
Terrific Con is a great comic book convention.
mhm.
There are a handful of places that do bring in like the comic book fans, and there were a lot of them at MegaCon. There's always a lot of them at C2E2 Planet Con. But for the most part, comic book conventions have become like comics are, we're the impulse buy aisle. We're the traffic that we see majorly is because people are waiting for the celebrity lines and the photo
Yeah.
ops. They're just
Yeah.
like, oh, that looks cool. I have no idea what it is. I can tell
Yeah.
you that because I answer questions all the time. Like, well, why are you selling all of these? Because I drew them. Well, what do you mean you drew them? Well, clearly you're here for celebrities because you have no idea, which is fine. So it's really rough. So I get the side. It's like, yeah, it sucks. Artists see how much these guys are making off flipping their signatures, and they're like, well, shit, I want a piece of that. If you can make $200 off of my book and I only charged you $5, fuck that. I'm going to charge you more. I
get
understand it with
I
certain
get that.
people, like Liefeld used to do it on New Mutants 98 and certain
Yeah.
ones. Otley's now higher with
Invincible.
Invincible #1 and number 19, and probably a couple more. I kind of get it because those have such high value. Like you're really just adding the value, but it does suck when you walk up and you're like, Jesus, $20 for a signature.
I was at one table. I was 3 books. I walk up to the table. I only brought 3 comic books. So clearly, I mean, if I had any kind of like understanding, I'm not a seller because I'm bringing 3 very diverse comic books up clearly from my PC, and it was $50 a sig. And I respect the creator who signed it, and I mean, I'll pay it, but I'm thinking about the kid who's like, well, that's my budget for the whole con, $150.
Right.
That's all I do,
And some people care about that and some don't. Like I have people come up and they're handing me their credit card for a $5 signature for one book. And I'm like, no, dude, you're good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not, with me, it's discretion. If you bring me a stack of books, I'm gonna charge. You're bringing me 1, 2, dude, you're okay. Like it's completely.
And
I think
I don't mind charging, by the way, but I feel like, if you want to, I was
a 12-year-old kid, cannot afford a $50 signature from his favorite artist.
Right, you're boxing them out, and give a free signing or 2, and anything above that, fine, you get to sell it.
Do you know if those guys are doing that or not? Because they're not going to advertise that.
so.
What do you mean selling?
If a kid comes up with a book, do you think like are all these guys charging every little kid that comes up? I'm sure some are, but I
don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Some aren't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't sit there and I mean, look, money's not a bad word to me. I mean, I want these creators to do well, and it's a grind. I understand that.
Of course.
But you're also kind of punishing the people that have bought your product. Like they, for the most part, I'm with you on the whole conversation about if I'm coming with a short box of books, what that's going to be about, and I get it. And again, I'm not admonishing those people like go make your money, do you? But like that's where I think you start charging the rate. Like, okay, you got 50 books, here's what you're going to pay. But if Sam or I walk up to a table and we've got 2, 3 books, 5 books, you can kind of tell, by and large, that they're not going to be the reseller per se.
Yeah. It just depends. I mean, everything depends on who you go talk to and what artists you're getting signatures from. I mean, a lot of guys do first 5 free and then you're paying. First 3 free and then you're paying.
Yep.
What are you thinking, Mark?
So I was just going to say that I think it also depends on the show. So if you go to MegaCon, you got to expect higher prices. If you come to my show, half of these guys sign for free. We have Brett Booth this year for one day. He doesn't do a ton of shows. And so I asked him, I said,
Brett doesn't do any shows. So congrats on that, man.
I was like, what are you charging? He's like, I don't know. I got to check with my manager. I haven't done this in so long. And I'm like, okay. So, and he came back and he's like, personalized signature is free. Then it was like, a flat fee per book. I think it was like between $5 and $10. Yeah. But then he was like, if you bring me multiples of one book, then it goes up to like 15 per book because he knows that you're doing something with these books. That you're picking this specific issue and you're getting a ton signed. But like Andy Kuhn, who has never charged for signatures, and we had this conversation last year. He's like, I feel bad. I'm going to be blacklisted in the industry because I'm not charging and everybody else is charging. I don't want to, make people, think bad of me because I'm not charging.
Right.
And I told him, I said, it's entirely up to you, man. I was like, do the first 3 to 5 free if you want, and then charge a minimal. So like this year, Andy's still free, but if you bring a CGC witness, then I think it's $10. So
Yeah.
it's, he's not breaking the bank for you either way. But.
No, and that's, I mean, for that kind of stuff, that's pretty low. Like I see most artists, I mean, even myself, this is the first year I've really started charging for signatures. And it really is because cost of everything has gone up.
Sure.
The thing that people never even try and contemplate is that even though we're professionals and we're guests, they get everything for free. Fuck no, we don't. Like we're still paying. For me and my wife to go to MegaCon for our table, or we didn't pay for table, but for flights and hotels and all that crap, thousands of dollars. Not saying they're not paying the same, but we're guests and we're paying thousands of dollars. So yeah, we got to make up some of that too.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to like always profit at every show. I just want to make sure I'm not coming out of pocket all the time. The $5-10
I hope you
range.
profit at every show, Ryan. I mean, dude, I love you. You're the best. But
that's the thing is like most of the time we do like Cleveland. I don't know what I did. I might have broken even, but I had fun. Like I met a lot of people. For me, it's more of I don't want it to be a money thing.
We should pay you to come to Cleveland.
A connection thing.
Man.
Like I want to meet people. I want to talk to people.
Yeah. I
want to interact. Like hope that I make the money that I went out there for, but it's not the first thing on my mind. I was taught by other artists like this should be secondary, like this should just be extra. This isn't like what you're surviving off of.
It's more exposure and connection.
Yeah, it's exposure, it's connecting with fans, it's meeting new ones. When you are stuck on that, I need to make this amount of money, and you're not making that amount of money,
Sucks.
your attitude changes.
Yeah.
It's not even, it does suck. But people, it messes your mentality up.
Yeah, it brings you down, sure. Yeah.
And that resonates with people. Like you're just like, yeah, you want to buy my book? You want to buy my book? You want to buy my book?
It's kind.
I don't care.
It's interesting. Ryan charged me about $400 to do this, to sign this logo, and I was like,
$4.99 just for you.
$4. I gotta check my account again.
$499. I gave you $1.
I gotta check my account again. But listen, if you don't know Ryan, you should fucking know Ryan by now. This is one of the best logos I've seen.
The one thing I do not like, and I'll say it, and I don't understand why they do it, but at the same time, I do understand why management does it. I don't like the upgraded CGC charge. Like if you're buying the book and you're paying for my signature, what you do with it after that, I don't give a fuck.
So what do they do?
So it's $10 regular and $60 if it's CGC.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I don't think my brain will ever compute for that.
You're probably not alone.
No, I know most of it revolves around the people that are selling the book, because raw, it's $100 book. If it comes back in 9.8, it's now a $400 book. But I have no control over that. How do you know these guys aren't keeping them?
Exactly.
Holding them. And that's my moral dilemma.
That's what I mean by cash grabbing. It feels a little bit petty.
I'm going to Planet with.
Oh, he's got an authenticator with him. Charge him more. It's like, but they're for my personal collection.
This is everything I'm bringing for Dan Mora. Like that.
I got a short box and a half, my dude.
See? There you go. Like it box and a half. And then like this is all the stuff I got.
You should have just mailed it to me, dude. I'm living KC.
So
overnight that shit.
Yeah, overnight that shit.
I'll put it in my carry-on. I'll be fine.
You know what? But let me ask you, Ryan. This we talked about this last time. I think after last MegaCon, did we still see a bunch of guys? Because I of course on Facebook you start reading of, I was waiting in line for 2.5 hours because this guy brought a whole box, half a box, and started holding up the line because I had them sign 100 books, and I waited and waited, and by the time it came to me, the artist was done. He's gonna go and disappear for a while, and he goes, "It's just not fair.
Now,
it's just not fair."
I don't see a lot. Unless you're in my row, I have no damn idea. And MegaCon was the worst because it was so busy. I legit didn't get up to see where anybody was until the end on Sunday. Like, I never even saw Otley, and I love Otley. Like, he's a buddy. I never even got to go say hi. The only reason I got to see Tyler Kirkham was because he was 3 tables from me. It was just a busy show, so I don't know how long people were waiting in line. I will say, from what I heard, there were certain artists, unfortunately, that had signing times, and they would be sitting at the booth doing absolutely nothing, just waiting for the signing time and their line to grow. So people are like, yeah, I waited 2 hours for, signatures from X artist. But that's because you got there at noon and he wasn't signing until 2, even though he wasn't doing anything. He just was waiting for his line to grow, to look popular. I don't know. Some people are like Ryan Otley. He's there for certain times because he's nonstop. He just freaking signs his life away. Same thing with Snyder and Capullo. Like, those guys have those times because they're signing for hours, just nonstop. Like me, I can say I'll sign, a bunch of books and then nothing, and then 100 books and then nothing, and then 10 books here, and then it's just sporadic. Where those guys have nothing but lines. But I've never heard of people waiting in line, like, once the artist is there signing, for hours. Most of these people that have the short box things, everyone's still really fucking fast at doing that. Like, if you have somebody grabbing the books as you sign them, 100 books being signed takes you about 5 minutes. If people say, I watched a guy sign, it took an hour for this guy to sign his short box of books.
He's exaggerating.
No, it didn't. Yeah, no, it didn't. Like, that was the same thing in New York. Like, they were talking about that with Dan Mora, and how some guy brought a short box and it took him 45 minutes to sign the short box. I was there, man. It took Dan and his team 10 minutes. Just gone. Doom, 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 doom. Now, if you're not prepared and you got these guys unbagging your books and stuff, then yeah, but usually their management, or even me, I'm like, can you take them all out of the stuff, and then I'll sign them. I'm gonna help these guys first. Guys like Scotty, they have these, Snyder had a 20 book limit. Scotty signs up time slots where you guys come in at this time and in a separate room, and I'll sign the hundreds of books. Art Germ's crew does the same thing. Like, they have separate signings for the guys that have, a short box or 4. They try and keep, when they're at the booth, limited. Not everybody, but some do.
Yeah.
But you're also like, this guy spending his money the same as the guy behind you. Like, people just get mad because they have to wait a little longer. Does it suck? Yep. No different than having 4 things in your hand at the grocery store, but the only thing open is a lady with 2 carts full. Right.
You made me think about how we were talking about how these cons.
20 years back, a con probably cost $200 to
do. Right, total.
Yeah.
The cons they're the smaller cons, right? Because I went to Old Man Con last year, or actually this year. No, I don't freaking know, last year, and that's a con for con people. No celebrities, no exclusives, nothing. We're talking old school backfilling, the gold and silver keys. That's where you get, and some OA art. That's it, right? That's what it is. And then you have these. Go ahead.
The no celebrities. Celebrities aren't even really the problem.
No, and what? That's this small, right? I mean, they
Yeah.
have a whole section and
It
everything
always
else.
cracks me up because everybody always blames dude. If celebrities don't, unless you're heroes or some of the smaller cons that are, they have that stigma of like we don't have celebrities. That there's only like 50 vendors in the whole building. That's fucking awesome.
Right.
Heroes, Terrificon has like 10. Baltimore has like 4. Amazing Vegas hasn't had celebrity guests in a while, but maybe like 1. Dude, I've done so many cons now and met so many of the celebrities that are like, oh, where's your booth? I want to come check out your artwork. Like, I don't know much about comics, but I love art. Like, all these celebrities actually like a lot of the shit that we do. And let's be honest, if it wasn't for them in the building, like most of the attendance wouldn't even be there.
Maybe,
Well-
but the cons would be cheaper too.
Yeah, 2
I gotta
points. So what's different though, Dan, is your ticket price. I'm gonna school you. You're gonna learn some things today. Your ticket price has no effect on what celebrities are there.
It's like a flat. It's a price. Is a price.
The
is a
ticket
price
prices go up because convention center rental contracts go up. Celebrities' status on being there is really based on their guarantee, and their tickets, their own ticket sales and stuff. Not how many people walk through the door, but how many signatures they can get pre-sold and sold at the con. How many they think they can do. Booth prices and ticket prices are solely based on how much the convention is charging the show to be there.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go, Dan.
Nothing to do with celebrity pricing.
Well, I love talking
Yeah.
to Ryan. Get the insider on this shit.
Yeah, no, I mean it's true. Even for like smaller shows, like for us, it's we look at what the hotel is going to charge us for the ballrooms, for setup, for all that stuff. We look at we figure, okay, who's applied to be a vendor? What price range are we at now to be able to cover our expenses, and how can we still keep it reasonable? And then ticket sales are gravy because we don't know what we're going to make in ticket sales.
Right.
Whatever comes in on that weekend is just what we get on top of once we've covered everything else.
Yeah,
Well, I get-
our booth price goes up every year we do things. Even in this weird show stage right now where shows are on top of each other, you'd think they would try and compete to get better vendors by like not raising prices on stuff, but the convention centers raised the prices. So guess what? Our booth prices went up. It doesn't matter if like a better con is that same weekend and they need to be like, oh, let's not do this. That way we get the better people. They're like, fuck that. Like our rent went up. So is everybody else's.
I got to tell you, every time I do this show, I always learn something.
Absolutely.
Or I try to. I don't know.
I'm one of those guys that pays attention.
I'm those guys. I'm one of those guys that I don't give a shit. All right. So we're going to wrap up. We squeezed, I don't know, what is it? 2 pounds of shit in a 1 pound bag. We
Month
squeezed
worth
a
of
lot
topics on the show.
in 2 hours. We even squeezed in some MegaCon and some con talk. Woo! I got to tell you, next week we have, we're going to slow it down a bit. We have Carissa Grant on. She's gonna be pimping some of her stuff, and Dan. As a matter of fact, she sent me a copy of her story. If you want to read it, it's just So she goes. She sent it to me. I'm like, are you okay if I share this with my crew? And she's like, no, absolutely, share it to whoever wants to read it. I said, good, because I'm not going to read it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, you tell her you don't know how to read. That's the problem.
I show her a picture of Ish with his sunglasses, and I go, "This is me."
Is she an indie person?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I just started following her. I just started seeing her name pop up a lot, and I was like,
Yeah, you're right. I have too on Facebook, and she's in stuff. So she has some interesting stuff, and apparently she tried to get on the show like a couple of years ago, and she hit me up again. She goes, but now I'm like on so and so book, and I'm like, yeah, come on in. We don't really have too many indie startups, but sure, why not? It gives us something to talk about, something different. My fellows like to read, so Sam, you'll be surprised, Sam, if you get that. Maybe you can give it a read. Something for you to read about.
Can I share something with you really quick?
Oh yeah, of course. You can
So
always share something with me.
I showed you guys the Raymond Gay cover that we had for the Kickstarter book.
Oh
So
yeah.
Andy sent over his cover.
Oh
I
wow.
love it.
Nice.
I
I
love
love Raymond Gay.
So yeah, Ray did a. I don't think I
That's
have it
amazing.
here. That was Andy Kuhn. So that was Andy's cover, and then Ray's was. I don't think I have it here. Just black and white.
Yeah. No, he's please. I love. I don't know. Sometimes I'm kind of a sucker for some Western. Some
Yeah,
Western
that,
Oh,
covers.
yeah.
the Andy Quinn you just showed is awesome. Just simple, pretty.
Simple with the yellow background. All right, so this is about the time of the show where we go around and say hello, hey, where can we find you? What do you got going on? We're gonna start with the guy who has the least.
That'd be you.
That's so true.
That's mean. I'm sorry. Take it back.
That's okay, Ryan. It's fine.
Lord,
It's
I
fine.
apologize.
It's fine. We're friends. It's okay. Dan, what's going on?
Yeah, so again, what a great show. Caesar, man, you put these shows together so good. Such great conversation. Learn, like you said, I always learn something, and I love chatting with Mark, Ryan, Sam. I'm glad I got to see you. We had to let Ish go. You had to go early tonight, but make sure you're giving everybody here a follow. When I'm not on Comic Menu podcast with Caesar and the crew, you can find me on Instagram, Tree City Comics, where I'm always posting about the latest news, the books I'm reading, book recommendations, new comic book day, and everything in between, right? So please reach out to me on Instagram, give me a follow so we can keep communicating even after this show happens. And I am recently a new host on the Comic Underground that hosts Sellers daily, almost daily. These guys are running shows daily, and it gives me a really newfound respect for both what the Comic Underground has created. They've just made a great environment to connect sellers and buyers and really help foster this hobby we love so much. But it gives me a big respect for the sellers that really take the time to put together good shows with great books, great art, great toys, great, you name it, shirts. I mean, last night I was hosting a friend of our show, Caesar, Brian, Movie Man. He's going to be on our show again here pretty soon. And just amazing. Anybody who knows me, that's a question I don't even need to answer. But I will just say that I really appreciate what the Comic Underground is doing. I'm glad to be part of their that whole outfit as well. And you can find me hosting a sale maybe once a week or so with them. So please, let's connect. Tree City Comics on Instagram.
Hey, Mark, you should send over a copy of your book over to Dan so you can give it a read and give it a zoom.
Yeah,
reviews on
we
Instagram and
just
stuff.
went to print, so I can send you a PDF if you want.
I love it.
Very good.
Yeah, I saw Nucky said Dan reads. Then you don't follow me.
All right, let's go. Sam, I know you got some stuff dropping. What's going on?
Oh my gosh. It's hard to even remember. You guys can follow me at Comic Sam Collects on Instagram or Comic Sam on whatnot. Sorry I was late. One of the last nights here with the kids before I leave for Planet Comic Con.
Such a fun.
It's gonna be
When
fun.
you come to KC?
I will be there Thursday morning.
Okay.
So should be fun. I want some KC barbecue.
Slaps. I'll tell you. Call
Yeah,
me.
I'm excited for it. I will. God, we have a Corpse Night #1 dropping by Shane Connery Volk. It's available now on sequentialartcomics.com. That's our partner site. We have a G.I. Joe #21 dropping by a new artist named Ben Queck. That should be next week, I believe. We have our Absolute Batman 19 that we did with Gil and March. There's only about 200-ish copies left. So you can find that on the website too. And then I have almost a whole run of Invincible going on Whatnot on April 4th. Issues 2 through, I believe, 75, and they're all near mint plus. So if you're an
How many
Invincible
runs of
fan,
Invincible do you have? You have so
and we're
many runs.
doing $3 starts. So they're not
Oh my
mine. They're a buddy's that wants to consign through me. But I said, all right, we're going to run it. We've had the show up there for a good month already. So it's getting a decent amount of bookmarks, but we're just going to let them go for whatever they go for. So
Oh, wow.
What's your whatnot tag?
Comic Sam.
Okay, it is you. All right.
That's gonna last.
It's going to be a crazy show. We've got issue 0 in there, and then 2 through 75 and 2 and 19 look immaculate.
You're
So-
gonna sell. You're gonna sell.
I'm
it.
really,
I'm looking at it right now.
yeah. There you go.
Well, there you go. All right.
My pre
There we go. Now let's go with Mark. What do you got, Mark? You got a couple things going on. What's up?
Sure. So our Kickstarter wrapped, so we're getting that sent out. We're in negotiations with a couple publishers right now, so hopefully that'll go. Alex Regal's on art, and then like I said, we've got Raymond Gay cover and Andy Kuhn cover for variants for that first issue. We've got Southwest Comic Book Showcase coming up 24 days. So if you're near New Mexico, Albuquerque, and you're a comic book fan, this is our biggest lineup. Brett Booth, Aaron Campbell, Andy Kuhn, Thomas Healy, Raymond Gay, Shannon Denton, Ben Bates, Zach Howard. There's a ton. Yeah. Big Smooth 39, BIGSMOOVE. Story behind the name that I'll save for another time. On Instagram. Website is just my name, markfenton.net. I try to keep updates on there and stuff we're working on. I think that's it for me. Hopefully, fingers crossed we have a really good show. It's tough to tell, with everything going on right now. But like I said, our biggest lineup, we've added panels this year. We're doing a Hero Initiative drink and draw Saturday night, $30 for the coasters. And all the artists have signed up for it. So you can get a Raymond Gay commission, $30, Aaron Campbell, $30, Skylar Patridge, $30, Andy Kuhn, $30. I mean, and you're helping Hero Initiative. We don't take anything from it. Everything goes directly to Hero Initiative. And so, it's just, I mean, as a fan myself, it's just a great opportunity. $30, you're getting that. Most remarks are more than that. So,
Yeah.
but Brett Booth is only there Saturday. So if you do want to come, make sure, and you see him, make sure you're there Saturday.
Yep. Yeah, and come look for my ugly ass because I'll be there as well. And I'll be hanging out with Mark. We're finally going to get to meet, and it's gonna be a good time. Yeah. And then we'll probably hang out for the drink as well.
Sweet.
After the fact.
Jealous. I haven't
All right.
seen Booth in like 10 years.
Well, here we go, right?
Yeah, I do a bunch of drawings.
You
Yeah.
do a bunch of drawings.
So yeah, we have Planet Comic Con this weekend. I can't ever remember my booth number, even though it's been the same for the last 4 years. But we have a cool exclusive dropping just for that show. So if you see this image, that's my booth.
Well, there you go. It's beautiful.
Black, white, color splash by myself and Aaron Bartling. We'll be there. I'm going to show off. We have the regular trade versions, I think, are already sold out. I'll be there also with my partners and reps right now. PCB Hobby launching our Invincible exclusives, which is that cool little set.
Yeah.
We have an Invincible Returns dropping that weekend, but hopefully they show up by Thursday because they're still in the mail. And then we also have a Masters of the Universe dropping at Planet Con. I can't remember every other con I'm going to because that lineup has changed. I have a Whatnot show April 17th. That's nothing but sketch covers and art. To answer Knucking Futz's question, yes, I do sell published art. It's either going to be on Whatnot or the sometimes you can find it on my website, which is just ryanmkincaid.com. We have a ton of projects in the works coming up. Some that one publisher that I've never worked for before, that everybody's been waiting for, but I can't drop because I don't know what I'm working on yet. But that'll be June, July, something around there.
All right. Well, my panel is a bunch of busy bees.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, there's never a dull moment with this motley crew. Well, everybody, you could know where you could find me on the webs, on the Instagrams, the Real Dracula's Wolf. I recently got a new figure, which I'm going to show the group after in the green room, and I did some modifications to it. Still doing some reels for my stuff, for my slabbing figures. I got to tell you, good times, man. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be a geek. So it's always a good time to be alive. Right. So let's be honest. We're having a good time together as a community. Let's try to keep it safe, keep it respectful, and as I always say, do not be a douche. So next week we got Carissa Grant talk about some indie stuff, and that's it, everybody. We'll see you next week, and peace. Appreciate you guys.